Looks like I remembered to turn on AEL tonight. Awesome. Hello. Sorry I'm late. I was watching the town hall. It was really good. You can find Bernie Sanders on that town hall on YouTube right now. I was going to stream it, and then I was taking a look a little closer at some of the community guidelines, and it's possible I could get struck for basically broadcasting a live show. So we didn't do that. But it was good anyways, and you should watch it. SB, hey. I'm sorry, I don't have my chat button on right now. That was loud, huh? So the town hall was fantastic, and I really like the town hall format for a few reasons. One is that you can actually give long answers. In a debate, you just sort of attack each other, which is good sometimes. It would benefit Bernie a lot if Joe Biden would agree to do that next debate as they were supposed to, but that's now been canceled and turned into some kind of sit-down town hall thing, which is not bad if you want to talk about issues. It is bad if you want to actually talk to a candidate, or get the candidates to talk at each other, maybe. If you missed the town hall, there were a couple of big points. Hey, what's up, Wrench? How you doing? Or Ryan. Wrench. So there's a couple of big points from the town hall that I want to cover before we start playing some games, which I think, yeah, okay, I got it marked right. There was a couple things we heard new. We've heard a lot of that stuff before. If you didn't see it, it's usually Bernie's stuff. He's doing a stump thing. He's talking about how the ideas that he's proposing are not actually radical, and the crowd gets all excited about it. That's his shtick, There's a couple of really, really interesting sort of turning points in my mind, and you could tell me if you thought the same. Today was the first time where he sort of just dove right on that Castro thing. This is on Fox, by the way, so they're going to bring up some stuff and try and make him uncomfortable. And by the way, he's on Fox because the other guys weren't going to let him on tonight. So I hate the DNC. So they asked him, like, hey, it was a really good question. They basically said that a lot of times in elections, that you can pinpoint turning points in an election to where something bad happens or something really good and momentum starts to build or a candidate collapses. Well, they were basically saying that the Castro thing, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, Bernie Sanders was on 60 Minutes and they asked him about Castro in Cuba. He was obviously an authoritarian sort of dictator and was terrorized his country. He was just generally not a good guy. They asked him about him, and Bernie said he did some good things. One of the good things was he taught the country how to read and write. That's what he said. Now, of course, everyone freaked out. All the Democratic Party. Can you believe it? Can you believe what he just said? Bernie Sanders said that some authoritarian guy was good. That must mean he loves dictators. And of course, Bernie's like, that's not what I said. That's not what I meant. Think about the context. So he sort of reiterated that he means that people reading is good. Well, in the town hall just now, they asked him about it again. And he said, yeah, I know that they would say that, and that's nonsense. He brought up China. He basically said no one here is going to say that China is a free democracy society. They're not. But he also says, can anyone disagree that China has a very low poverty rate? And that's because the country has sort of created that situation for them. Is it bad that children are not living in poverty? I don't think anyone thinks that's bad. I don't care if it's a dictator or anything else. Children should probably not be suffering. I mean, sorry. If is that a crazy stance? Children should learn how to read. They should be able to go to school. They shouldn't, it's weird to even say, but they shouldn't be, starving on the streets or something like that. How is that bad to say that? It's just crazy. So that was basically the point he was making, was that these societies, they do a lot of bad things, but like feeding their people and bringing them out of poverty and teaching them to read and write, it's not a bad thing. he brought up the fact that Obama said the same thing, which he did. There's video out there of Obama basically saying Castro did some good things, like their literacy program, and everyone was cool with that. They're not cool with Bernie saying it. Ugh. So he brought that up, and I thought that was a good way to just, like, they brought it up and he just went straight at it. He didn't try and backtrack out of it. He's like, no, this is what I meant. He brought up, so they tried to ask him about Joe Biden, which I knew it was going to come at some point, right? So lately there's been a lot of talk about Joe Biden maybe not all there mentally. If you have watched a static video that I put on YouTube called Joe Biden is unelectable, you would see basically me laughing at something, which was basically a rally that he had where I don't even know. He just like forgot what he was talking about or something. But it was so funny. Like I was crying. It was hilarious. But then in that video, I go on to say like, I'm partially laughing because it's funny. I'm also laughing because it's just really sad that this guy is put in this position and sort of what seems like forced into this job that I don't know if he's really aware of the implication of it. It's a little bit sad. So Fox News showed him the clip, and then basically of I think CNN or the Times or somebody calling him out saying, "What's up, Dan? How you doing?" Oh, and Danny, what's up, guys? China is authoritarian, but they have also embraced capitalism, which has helped their poverty. Yeah. Oh, you know I'm back on the live stream. They asked him to comment on that and say like, hey, what do you think about Joe? Like, should he be leading the country? He seems a little not all there. And this is Fox News hitting on it. Earlier today, I believe CNN was hitting on it. So if CNN's hitting it and Fox News is hitting it, what chance does Biden have in the general election? I just want to put that out there. But they asked him about it. And of course, because Bernie is a good guy, was like, I'm just not gonna respond to that. He basically said, Joe's a friend of mine. I'm not going to attack him like that. He basically said, I'll attack him on policies because I do not agree with most of his policies. And he went on to say that he voted against all the stuff that Biden voted for, but he wasn't going to attack him for being like losing his mind, which was the high road. And that's everyone knew he was going to do that. But it was nice that he kind of made a public statement about it because I don't think he's been asked about that before. They also showed him a clip of the Hillary TV show. So Hillary has a series where she talks about the 2016 election, and she basically goes in and like, Bernie Sanders has never had a job. Bernie Sanders, nobody likes him. He never got anything done. Blah, 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 blah. All this crap. My net sucks tonight, having a hard time loading. I'll give you a hard time loading. So they showed Hillary saying all this bad stuff about him, which I'm sure was embarrassing because he's standing there. I don't know if he'd seen it before, but he's watching this interview this TV show of Hillary basically just mocking him for like a minute. And he gets done and they ask him to respond to it. He's just like, ugh. And his answer was pretty good. He's like, I don't know what Secretary Clinton's obsession is with living in 2016, but it's 2020 now, which is like the perfect answer. Like, dude, you're nuts. Like, just, you lost in 2016. Deal with it. That's kind of, I think, what he was trying to say. But that just goes to show you sort of what Bernie Sanders supporters and Bernie Sanders campaign and everyone feels about this campaign. So when you say, when people are sort of, I'm a Bernie Sanders supporter, and people say to me, oh, you just think that everything's rigged because it was last time, or that you just think everything's rigged because you're losing, or, Joe Biden has more votes. Like, just look at that. Just look at that video. It's a Hillary Clinton video. Hillary Clinton is very, very powerful in the DNC. She releases a TV show basically insulting one of the candidates. Like, how could you not say this isn't really a fair election? Not that it needs to be. I'm not saying it needs to be. But don't put on this pretend guise if it's not a fair election. Just say Joe Biden's a candidate and be done with it. It honestly doesn't make sense to me why they don't just do that, because as soon as they are done with this and Bernie doesn't win, Bernie Sanders supporters are going to walk. Like, they have to know that. So why not take the chance of not losing supporters and just say he is the candidate? I'm sorry, the DNC is nuts. He took the high road on like every answer, which is good of him. Now, that is a criticism of Bernie, by the way. Riding with Biden's slogan, what a joke, they're all endorsing it. Now, poor Bernie. Yeah, I agree, Voltaire. And what's up, by the way? Yeah, so he does always take the high road, which I really respect, and I think that commands a lot of honesty and integrity and all that kind of stuff. I think that endears him to a lot of people. He does have what's it called? An attack on him, where people say, is it a little too soft to attack? Now, that's a general criticism of Bernie Sanders. If he were to face someone like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not someone who's going to pull punches. You know, he's not the guy who will say anything he wants that comes into his head. It's irrelevant. So, you know, Bernie will probably have to get these gloves off at some point. They've come off a little bit in this last week because he knows that Michigan's super important. So he's just like, no, Joe voted against this, but he won't attack Joe's like mental issues. And he does attack the DNC a little bit, but he didn't really call out Hillary like, wow, what a jerk. Like, she's just going to trash me on her TV show. So I get it. The other thing he said was, you know, Hillary, they asked him, like, Hillary accuses you of being someone that no one likes and you're impossible to work with. And he basically says, like, I've worked with Republicans to get things done all the time. And he named like 3 different instances. And he's like, I'm also generally rated one of the most well-liked politicians in the country. He's like, I think he said like somewhere in the top most liked politicians in the country, something like that. So how is it that Hillary says no one likes me if we have here like some things saying that generally some people do like me if I'm going to win that, you know? He was being modest about it, but I mean, it's just nonsense. Hillary's just garbage. I'm trying to think of what else they said that was really different. They asked him to. The one thing I liked was they asked him, "How are you going to pay for all your stuff?" And those Fox News anchors, they weren't, you know, it's Fox. They weren't holding back at all. They're like, "How are you going to pay for this?" It's like, you have this, and this, and we have experts who went through it, and they don't know how you're going to pay for it. So Bernie like literally took maybe 5 minutes to walk through that we're going to get this money from here, this money from here, this money from here, this money from here. And he basically, he said again, like, I'm not saying it's free where we're going to pay no more taxes. I'm not saying that. Other people are saying that. Basically like, yes, your taxes are going up, but look what you get. Look what you get in return. The one thing I liked was during that, they asked him like, you know, some of your opponents have called you a socialist or a communist or something like that. He goes, you know what? Because I want Medicare for all, people think I'm a communist, so that's what they want to call me. People in the Democratic Party. He's like, well, you know, up there in he goes, you know, up there in our communist neighbor to the north, Montreal, the big communist society, they have free healthcare as well. It was a joke and everyone was laughing, but he was kind of pointing out how like it's ridiculous to call it a communist society in that regard. It was a really funny comment saying, "Oh, the great communist city of Montreal." I looked that up, and it's him, and then a Republican from Wyoming. Oh, okay. I wonder if that Republican from Wyoming is the guy that he mentioned working with, because it was somebody like that, either Wyoming or like Colorado or something, that he's been able to work with quite well in the Senate, I guess. I mean, he always talks about millionaires and billionaires, and everyone knows that it's kind of like the running tagline, right? But I did like the way he sort of explained it, because they asked him, like, would you bail someone out? And then they said, you know what, billionaires aren't all bad, because a lot of times they give money to different things. They help us, you know, in certain times they'll give money to different things and support, you know, horrific things like the hurricanes or natural disasters or anything like that. And he basically said, you know, Bill Gates is a great person. He's a billionaire, and he gives, I mean, you guys know the Melinda and Bill Gates Society give billions, you know, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to this charity. I mean, I think there was something like Bill Gates has almost single-handedly made malaria not exist, just himself. That's crazy to have that kind of power. So he does very, very fantastic things with his money for sure. And Bernie was like, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. But he did go on to say, what I don't want to say, or he's like, what I do want to say, though, is that when we're in a crisis where we need to bail somebody out, we shouldn't be relying on billionaires to help us. It shouldn't be like the country's like, oh, we need help. Please, billionaire, come save us as a country. And I think, although I'm sure that position is sort of exaggerated a little bit, I thought that was a really good phrasing for that. It shouldn't be us. It shouldn't be billionaires having to bail us out for these things, which is true. And cheaper property taxes too, Canadians, really? I'm trying to think what else he said that was really kind of interesting. He touched on a bunch of things. He went into a stump speech a few times. When he's waving to Donald Trump, he's like, Donald Trump was probably watching this. He really likes Fox News. So hello, Donald, or something. He's like, good evening, Donald, or something. It was very funny. Let me think. Oh, they did bring up a good point that Sweden, in particular, it was sort of a democratic socialist society, and the Fox News anchor, I'm sorry, the female anchor, and I don't remember her name. I don't remember the guy's name either. But the female anchor said, there's some studies where the Swedish government is looking into a couple of different capitalist type of mechanisms to help their economy. Not that they're in any way some kind of like on a down spiral, they're in like a dire need for this, but they're looking into it. And Bernie basically said, I'm not an expert on the economy of Sweden. He said, and I kind of like this about him. He's like, I probably should know that, but I don't have that answer right on hand. Asking, do you think they're right in looking at a capitalist type of solution for a particular thing? I forget what it was. It was some kind of tax revenue thing. Versus a more socialist thing. And Bernie basically answered it with saying, I'm not an expert on that, but he said, basically, we are not a socialist society. We have socialized particular solutions in a capitalist society. Which is exactly sort of how things are nowadays. Now, there's a lot of different programs, but if you think about something like income taxes and capital gains taxes, and different taxes like that, the government sort of crowdsources money from its citizens, right, to run programs. Social Security, some different all these different kind of these programs that are somewhat safety nets and somewhat infrastructure for the country. In my view, Medicare for All is sort of like that. This isn't the country suddenly turning into a socialized society or a communist society. This is just, we're adding another socialized sort of program called Medicare for All. We're going to take care of healthcare. That doesn't mean the entire country suddenly we throw away capitalism. That doesn't mean that. It means we're going to try out a little something to take care of the healthcare in this country, which is absurd. I feel like his message about billionaires shouldn't be based on the fact that they are billionaires, but instead try to lift up those who aren't as fortunate. I've heard that before. That could be more effective. Yeah, man. Martha McCallum and Brett Baer. Oh, okay. Got it. Brett Baer. That's right. They did a good job. I was happy with them. Over the past few years, Fox has run both better debates and better town halls. Well, I mean, that's not a high bar. CNN. Their debate was real rough. If you missed that one, that's the one where people were screaming in the stands and shit. That was crazy. But yeah, Fox did a pretty good job. And by the way, that's the second time he was on Fox for a town hall. The time earlier this year when he was on it was also very good. I think it actually was technically late last year. He was on a Fox town hall. They asked him some hard-ass questions again, and he was able to, answered it, and everything was fine. And I'm sure they have disagreements and stuff, but they seemed very, very professional, the Fox people. And I also like that they don't devolve into that, like, what would you say if people called you a communist? They ask it in like a professional way. They did a really good job. I'll agree with that. Also, I think it's important for him to be on Fox because I think Fox News might be the most watched news network in the country. That's not saying, only Republican territory. I mean, that's just on like every hotel you go to, every restaurant is always that. Always. I'm trying to think of what else they said. So the one thing that really made me sad, and I mentioned this on Twitter. If you follow me on Twitter, it's Moshkertees on there if you want to follow that. Fox is playing their own politics with the other news networks. Also true, maybe it doesn't help that the other networks have been so subpar. That's probably what it is. But one thing that made me pretty sad, so they had a lightning round at the end. lightning round where they ask him a couple of quick questions and he just has to give a quick answer. I don't. Oh, so the first question was that Joe Biden has hinted at different people that could be his running mate. What does Bernie think about his running mate? And Bernie did his usual. He's like, well, I don't. The last time he was asked the question, he said it's definitely not going to be an old white guy. That's what he said. So he reiterated that it will be a woman, his VP, and then he said it will be a woman, but I want someone that will share my views and my policies. Which I think is sort of a direct reach to Elizabeth Warren. That's what that sounded like to me, because those two are so close on policy. That kind of makes sense. So they sort of go on to say, so Elizabeth Warren hasn't endorsed anyone yet. Have you reached out to her for support? And or no, they said, who do you think you're closest to in Congress? And I think you said her name was Martha. I think you said her name was Martha. She basically said, who would you say you're closest to in Congress? And maybe the last question answers this one, basically inferring that he's closest with Elizabeth Warren. And he didn't come out and deny that. He sort of said, I have a bunch of friends in Congress and all that stuff. And then Brett asked him, have you reached out to Warren for her support? Because she hasn't endorsed anyone. And he basically said, we talk all the time. He and Elizabeth do. Or he said we talk often is where I believe his exact words. And so he was sort of smiling about it. And then Brett said, have you directly asked her for her support? And he just sort of, and Bernie goes, we talk often, and then sort of winked and said, how's that for a political answer? Basically saying he didn't want to really get into it, but saying that they do talk. To me, that sounded like reading between the lines. To me, in my interpretation, is he more than likely reached out to her, asked for her support, and she may have said no. I would hate if that was the case, but that was the impression I got from his answer, and that may also indicate the VP question as well. He may have offered that and said, please come join the movement and let's do this together. And she balked at it. Which that was a kind of a depressing part. I felt like his answer sort of sounded a little bit like not depressed, but like disappointed. Like, I had this really good idea and for her and him to run together, and she's sort of shot it down. That's what it sounded like to me. I could be way off. Also, Fox playing their own politics. The other news networks also may be true. We love Warren. Yeah, she's good. I mean, was good. I hope she comes back into the party. One of the best programs they had that I remember from Fox back in the day was Hannity and Combs, before Hannity had gotten his own show. 1R and 1D talking about the issues. Aha. So that may indicate why Warren hasn't supported. I did say on Twitter early this morning that I thought Warren would have to endorse today. It is now 10:42 and she has not endorsed anyone. And it sucks. There's no way around it. It sucks. I wish things were different, but they're not. I think that she, in a way, has been preaching for a long time about progressive values, which is exactly what Bernie preaches about. And it has been invested in, has run on those platforms, and has done that work in the Senate and been so motivated about those issues. And now when she has an opportunity to really, really get close to putting them into action, like running on the ticket or even just being a part of the team or even just endorsing them. She doesn't want to do any work or anything. Like really push it forward to where they could become a reality. She's not doing it. And I don't know why. I don't want to speculate why. It could be she got... Oh, actually, I just said I don't want to speculate why, and now I'm going to speculate why. So let's backtrack that one. Could be she talked to Biden and he might have offered her something. Could be the DNC talked to her and offered her something. I don't know. But it's shitty, man. I have always been a Bernie number one, Warren number two person. I know a lot of Elizabeth Warren number one and Bernie number two people who are very disappointed right now. They respond to some of my tweets and we talk offline, just basically saying I can't, she was my number one, and it's so depressing that she's sort of, more or less behaving like this. And, since her campaign has always been about issues only, not about her. It's not about me winning. So, like Bernie's slogan, not me, us, right? That's his slogan. It's about all of us. It's about moving the policies forward. It's not about him as president, which everyone subscribes to. And Warren's been mainly the same way. And then all of a sudden it's like, just kidding. It's me. It's not us. It's not you guys. It's not the progressive policies. I don't care about that. It's just about me. That's how a lot of people are reading it, for better or worse. That's how it's coming off, and it's not good. It's bad. And as if you know Cenk, who was a part of the Young Turks, another news station, he's very left leaning, pretty activist, but he made a comment the other day on Twitter, basically saying like she has to endorse by Monday night. If she doesn't, her endorsement afterwards is completely worthless. It's hard for me to say he's wrong. Like, now is when we needed it. This week is when we really, really needed it. Because if Michigan doesn't go the right way, this could be the end of it. And then the end of it could mean literally the end of a possible progressive policy going into play for like 8 years until AOC is ready. Because Bernie's not going to run again. And it's not going to be Warren because she bailed on everyone. So no one's going to vote for her. It's going to have to be AOC that carries the torch. And that's going to be at least like 8 years. So she had a chance to actually do something and basically flush it down the toilet. And it's upsetting a lot of progressive people. Not in a bad way. It's not like a voter suppression. They're not like depressing themselves to not go out and vote, which, by the way, everyone here should go out and vote. It's just depressing and like a sort of a solidarity and leadership of the movement and all this kind of stuff. It sucks. Fuck Warren. I think she's a bit fake, in it for herself before anyone else, sadly. That's sort of what it seems like, and I don't think people wanted it to be like that. I think that we got a hint of that when she did that little attack Bernie thing, and then when she did that whole like start accepting Super PAC money after preaching about the danger of Super PAC money and how she never wanted anything to do with it. Now all of a sudden she starts accepting it, which, by the way, coincidentally, I don't know, right around the same time that she hired a bunch of ex-Hillary campaign people. Right around that time. Could be. Maybe a coincidence. But anyways, a lot of people were kind of upset about that. I'm upset about that. I still hold out some hope that she'll join the team, but we really, really needed her endorsement this week, and we didn't get it. And it sucks. It sucks. If we end up not winning tomorrow, no one is going to be happy with her. That's for damn sure. I say tomorrow because Alabama, Idaho, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Washington, voting tomorrow. If you're in any of those states, please go vote. Michigan has same-day registration voting. If you're not registered, you can go to the voting place tomorrow, the polling place tomorrow. Register, vote that day. It's going to take a couple minutes. Do it. Worth it. Anyone in any of those states, there's tons of early voting going on right now. I personally live in Ohio. We've had early voting for the last 2 weeks. We have another week of early voting, and then we vote next Tuesday. So, plenty of time to vote. There's no excuse not to. Take your time. Go this week. Go early vote. So you have to wait in lines. You don't have to deal with any of that. Unless you like kind of the show of voting on Election Day. Yeah, that's it. I'm disappointed with Warren, unfortunately. We'll make one more. We'll make a couple comments on the vote blue no matter who thing. As usual, this time of year, I get in a fight with a bunch of my friends about it. Not like a fight where we're not speaking to each other anymore, but a difference in ideological policies, maybe. Not sure how to start it. Let's say it this way. The progressive movement, as we just spoke about, is very much about policy, about helping people, about basically turning around a very, very corrupt system that enables these situations where people are not able to get out of it, that go bankrupt from medical expenses and all this kind of stuff. Bernie's campaign slogan is "Not me, us." right? It's not about him. It's about the policy. Okay. There is a big push right now for Bernie people to come over to Biden people on the expectation that he loses tomorrow. I don't subscribe to that expectation. I think he's going to do very well. Baseball season's right around the corner. So is NFL season. But the one of the issues with not having Bernie as the candidate, and this happened last time, and I think people aren't really able. Some people aren't able to understand this. Like last time, you had some people that didn't want to vote for Hillary because Hillary's a terrible candidate, which she is. Last time, you had people that were mad at the DNC, which they were and had right to be. This time, you have people that are angry at the DNC, which they have a right to be with all the crap that's been happening. To then turn around and say, you know what? Just forget all that stuff. Don't worry about it. Just vote for my guy because Donald Trump is a nightmare. Can you imagine what Donald Trump would do with 4 years? Well, I remember last election when they said, if you don't vote Donald Trump, we're going World War III. Everyone's going to die. Literally. We're going to go to war with North Korea or Russia. We're going to all bomb each other. The whole country was going to be wiped out. I'm moving to Canada. All that kind of stuff. Well, here we are 4 years later. There's some bad stuff because we don't agree with the president or the policies that he's enacted. Some decent stuff. The economy's doing okay. I'm not saying that there's not repercussions to allowing Trump to remain in office. There is, however, definitely a repercussion to allowing the DNC to continually do this to a subsect of their voters. There's a subsect of the DNC, of the Democratic voters, called the progressive voters, who believe in a policy over a candidate. I consider myself in that group. It's okay if you don't. But it's tough to explain to someone that the policy means more. Like, even in the face of like a circumstance that might be bad, it's important to hold like a belief of how a society could be. If you collapse and vote out of fear, in a time like that, when you really believe in something, that will continually happen to you the rest of your life. It's like when you get bullied by someone, and people just keep saying, "Oh, just ignore it, just play through it." And you know, if you've been bullied before, they don't usually stop bullying. The way you confront that, or the way you stop that, is by confronting them, saying like, "Hey, this isn't cool. Like, I don't appreciate that kind of behavior." I don't know why we'd expect it to be different here. A political party is completely bullying a subsect of their voters by saying, "Look at this, we're all going to die. If you don't vote for us, how could you not? You're garbage. If you don't support us." Even after, there's a lot of, not necessarily conspiracy theory stuff, although there is some of that, but right in your face, like the DNC, I don't want to say rigged because that's a meme term now, but a DNC has stacked the deck a certain way for their candidate. Even in the face of that, even in the face of not letting it be an open and fair election, we still got 3.5 million votes in California that haven't been counted. Still got votes in Colorado and Utah that haven't been counted. States that Bernie won, they're slow counting him on purpose. That might be a rumor. We got a precinct in Dallas where hard drives were thrown away. They say 10% of the vote wasn't even counted in Texas. We got stuff like that going on. But still, it should be just shut your mouth and vote who we tell you to vote for. It's not okay. If it's, and I know this plays different with different people. I understand the mindset of vote blue no matter who because I got to get rid of Donald Trump. Believe me, I understand that. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I don't like him. But I'm sorry, it's not okay to just throw people's ideas in the trash. Look at them. No one is actually excited about voting for Joe Biden. Nobody. Show me one person who's really excited about voting for Joe Biden. Is it maybe his wife? How do you think he is? How do you think Joe Biden's excited? It's a conviction and a belief thing, and it's hard to explain, and people that have that mindset are generally pretty attacked by their own party. So I don't want to hear that shit about, oh, these Bernie people are so aggressive and attacking other candidates and supporters. It's not that Bernie bro nonsense or we're the aggressive ones, because we're the ones saying, no, it's not okay that you can just do whatever you want and we're supposed to do what you say. That's not okay. I mean, you saw the Martin Luther King quote, right? The was it like it was right before he died. I'm gonna get it wrong, but it was something like that. He's not necessarily afraid of Ku Klux Klan members that have the hoods that are openly racist and aggressive towards him. He basically, before he died, he was saying that what's scarier is moderates. What he said, white moderates who know there's injustice and just do nothing and just say, well, what can you do? That's sort of the same struggle here. And by the way, he died right before he formed the Poor People's Campaign. He had just done that. They were like getting ramped up on it, and then he was killed. And the Poor People's Campaign was basically about income inequality, which Bernie Sanders has many times said, this is the continuation of that. That was the beginning of his whole political theory, was the Poor People's Campaign, which Martin Luther King started. And this is, it's playing itself out again. It's sort of like, and I'm not trying to stereotype my friends because they're not all white moderates, you know, but like white moderates sort of saying, yeah, we know all this stuff is really good and we really want it. We love Medicare for all. We love the free college. We love people to have opportunity. We want to pull people up out of poverty and make their lives better, but we just can't. So, you know, just vote for us. Just vote for my guy. It's tough. It's tough, man. I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's not easy. You can lose friends. You can lose family members over shit like that. But that it's important to me to hold those beliefs. I don't besmirch anyone else for voting for Biden or vote for Trump or whatever you want to vote for. Just have your conviction and don't be intimidated into throwing your beliefs in the trash over what is essentially fear mongering. But yeah, that part of King's speech was like really important. And by the way, that's where I saw it. Nina Turner was on like CNN, and one of the Biden surrogates like called her on it and was trying to call her, like pretend it was about racism. And Nina's like, it wasn't about racism. She's like trying to explain this. She's like, it's about people pretending to care for their own benefit, and then when it comes time to actually do something, it's too hard. How many times have you heard talking about Medicare for all or talking about big change in society can't be done? How many times you heard third party not possible? Not possible. Can't do it. Don't even think about it. Of course you're told not to think about it. The parties don't benefit from that. Of course you're told not to think about Medicare for all. The insurance companies don't benefit from that. So anyways, it's tough to have those convictions. I feel you if you also feel like that. Trust me, I feel you. I'm sorry, I'm catching up. The Democrats have made it clear that they are not the home for the progressive subset. Exactly, Dan. I completely agree with that. And more than likely, we're going to have a progressive third party. Hopefully AOC kicks that off. It's kind of crazy how things turned out. Republicans embrace a non-establishment candidate, not without a fight, and the Democrats are doing everything to destroy theirs. That's true. MLK was afraid of the wolf in sheep's clothing. That's pretty much what it was, yeah. People that are interested in supporting him only when it's easy. And by the way, Bernie has said this a few times in the last 2 weeks in comparison to Joe Biden. He said, listen, look at my voting record and look at Joe Biden's. Joe Biden was right on some issues, wrong on other issues, but Bernie maintains that his whole life has made votes that are the tough vote. So like, he was saying that, what was the one that he brought up? Was it DOMA? Something like that. I think it was the Defense of Marriage Act. He's like, Joe Biden voted for it. Voted for it because it was easy, because everyone was voting for it. And Bernie Sanders said, I voted against it. That was not an easy vote. Because you're trying, like, of course, there's like hundreds of people, you know, all the different congressmen and constituents, everything, and lobbyists, I'm sure, are coming at him all the time. You got to vote like this. You got to vote like that. You know, you got to vote along these lines. It's good for this. He's just like, no, that's not, I don't believe that. he brings up another point about the LGBT community in saying, it might have been in the same vein as the Defense of Marriage Act, where he was like in like 1983 or something, or 78, I forget what it was. He had like a rally for I forget what it was, a rally for like gay and lesbian people in Vermont, and he like made his own banner and hung it on his house. I think he might have been the mayor of Burlington at that time, but it was like he was basically describing it as to a lot of opposition. Like his opponent was not a fan of the LGBT community, and he lost that race. I think he might have lost that race because of that. Get myself worked up. Making hard decisions when it's not easy is important. It's easy to make hard decisions when everyone agrees with you. They're not so hard then. Anyways, please go vote. You don't have to vote for my guy. Just be excited about something. Be invested. Vote for your belief. Don't vote for who they tell you because you have to. Because can you imagine, what if you voted some other way? Vote for what you actually believe in. Don't vote for who's going to, oh, well, this guy's the only chance to win. Vote for what you believe. Doesn't matter if your friends hate it. They're your family. You'll get some slack, but you'll have your own truth and honesty and integrity intact. You can feel good about it. Friendships can be mended. That's all I'll say about that. I've gone on long enough about it. Sorry. I feel like every time I start talking about politics, I get into this, like, you know, maybe it's like grandstanding about my belief on voting, but yeah, unfortunately, Bernie has kind of an uphill battle in the next couple days. By the way, I'm going to start bringing up Apex in the background, play a couple of games. It's not going to be easy. It's certainly not easy with all of the media and the DNC basically coming out saying, like, this guy's garbage. We can't do any of his policies. Not possible. How many times have you heard, there's not enough money. Impossible to do Medicare for all. It's like, fucking God damn it. Stop saying impossible. It's not impossible. Yeah, there are compromises, of course. There's going to be some compromises on Medicare for all. I'm not delusional to think it's going to go in like it is. Okay, it's going to be some compromises, but we can move that direction. Stop telling people that it can't be done, or that they're throwing away their vote, or that their vote doesn't matter. That shit is gross. That in itself is voter suppression, and you should feel bad about that if you say that shit. Okay. Now I promise I'm bringing up the game. I promise I'm done. Promise I'm done preaching to you. Thank you, though. As always, there's a Discord link below this video. If you enjoy talking politics, or, we talk about gaming stuff too, and music and all that kind of usual stuff. But we really have a good time talking about politics and sports too. But lately it's been a lot of politics talk. And what I like about the channel is that there's some Trump supporters, there's conservatives, there's very liberal people, there's all different kinds of viewpoints, and that comes from their personal lifestyle and their experiences. So it's a good environment to sort of look at issues from a lot of different angles. I'm like spitting all over the place when I talk right now. Anyways, check it out if you want, just below this. You can also find the Twitter down there. I chat there throughout the day, usually screaming about Bernie Sanders, telling people to vote. Or today making fun of Ninja, which people didn't appreciate, but that's okay. It's all in good fun. They just get too upset. Yes, vote. The Dems all out. Trump and Republicans control all three branches of government. Oh, God. Nightmare. I guess I won't say nightmare. I'm sure that is a positive for probably a large portion of the country. What is this? Is there a new event? I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong screen. Thought we just had an event. We got something new up now. Let me switch I'm not in 4K mode right now. Not sure why. There we go. By the way, if you missed the joke about Ninja, today Ninja posted a video of him peeling plastic off of an NZXT case. And I have no ill feelings about NZXT. They're a fine company. They make computer cases. Great cases. My wife has one right over here, right behind the screen. There's one right over there. For the asteroid, April 2020. What's up, Soph? So I posted something on Ninja. He was posting peeling a sticker off of an NZXT case, and I posted something back like, "Yo, man, like, why don't you get like a real case?" And I made a joke about a 12U rack and putting some serious shit in there. But the joke was kind of like, "You're one of the most popular streamers in the world, and probably one of the most well paid." And he has this baby NZXT rack on case on his desk that looks like, you know, like my daughter would be, like my wife has a computer that looks just like it. And so I was making a joke like, this guy's got a computer that my wife might be a more powerful computer than Ninja has. And of course everybody gets all upset about it. Whatever. Little babies. I did make the comment that he should have a little more production value. When you look at somebody like the Doc, who has like the highest production value of any streamer in the world, or maybe Goth Alien or whatever his name is, he has pretty high production value. You got a big studio, all that kind of shit. And here's Ninja with like his Red Bull case and like a tiny baby NZXT thing. But I say that also knowing that Tyler 1 exists, and that dude is like the shittiest setup of all time. That dude's audio makes me crazy. He's like got the headset mic, he's screaming into it. It sounds like garbage, and he's still very, very, very popular. So whatever works for those guys. Is get upset. Dude could get a case big enough to live in if he wanted to. That's what I'm saying. He'd just be playing from inside the case. Like his whole room is the case. And they would send it to him for free. It wouldn't cost him anything. It's ridiculous. But yeah, so I made a comment about that and people get all bent out of shape. I don't care. It's a joke. They don't think it's a joke. That's okay. Wouldn't be if not upsetting everyone. Wouldn't be you if not upsetting everyone. Yeah, exactly. I don't say a lot of things that give people the best feelings in the world, maybe. Case wouldn't have to be that big for him to live in. He's tall, but really skinny. That's right. Yeah, he's like 6'5" or something. I think he's taller than I am. But he's got to weigh like 85 pounds soaking wet. Not that that's bad, by the way. I'm not skinny shaming. Is that a thing? But yeah, he's very, very thin. I think his wife didn't look that tall either. Jess. I think he has like the same ratio with his wife that I have with my wife. My wife's like 5'1", and I'm 6'4". So that's probably the same ratio as Jess to Ninja. Ninja's pretty huge, and Jess is a little bit small. Skinny shaming is the thing. Okay, that is the term. Okay. Okay. Let's get a game. I'm just sitting here looking at my friends list for no reason. There are no new challenges yet. I still need knockdowns of shotguns, 1 win, and 1 knockdown at the tree. I tried playing a little of this lady last night. I didn't really love it. We're going back to plastic. If you're not on the voter list yet, I can add you. If you just let me know what state you live in, if you plan on voting, you don't have to tell me for who. State. And if you plan on voting, if you know when your date is, if you already voted, that's good too. I'll add you to the list. Just a nice little call out and, acknowledgement for, being a part of the political system in the country. It's important. I think a lot of times the younger generations, and myself included, by the way, don't really understand the importance of voting until it's too late, right? They always say that the older generation votes in huge numbers compared to the younger generation, and I think that that's part of the issue, is that when you're younger, you don't really care. You don't think it impacts you. And then as you get older, you start to realize, like, holy crap, it actually did impact me. And then as soon as you realize it, you start looking at the younger generation like, yo, you should vote. It impacts you. And they don't listen, and then the cycle repeats itself 1,000 times. That's exactly what's happening. Protest vote now, not giving it to them. Nice. Oh, I gotta stop the camera rotating, but let's do it.
Today is a good day.
I might have some of the levels messed up because my son, I believe, was in here smashing around with a bunch of my my mixer settings. So it's probably like either something's way loud or way soft. I don't know.
Hold your breath if you have to breathe. Bird's eye view.
I gotta get this ranked win. I gotta get up to platinum pretty soon. I want to get it before the break in the season. That's my goal. Where are we going? We're here. Oh no, I want to land there. Crap, no. I'm dead. Really dead. I think that's my boy above me. Shit, my mouse isn't working. F. It's not reducing sensitivity, is the not working part. I'm gonna try it real fast. Gotta turn it off and turn it back on. Should be good now. Oh yeah, that worked. Come on, down. Nope, it's not going down. Shoot. I'm stuck way high sensitivity. Oh no. Oh, I gotta get. Oh, well, somehow I killed him. Okay. Hang on. I gotta do it again. Let's go. Down. What the hell's going on? Sensitivity is all crazy right now. There we go. Where the hell? What if my son messed with my mouse too? Well, it's actually pretty good loot here. Okay. Ew, I hate this skin. Oh, that was the only team that dropped here. Okay. These guys got everything, eh? Maybe not everything. I think this dude landed up top. I wonder if he jumped off. Let's see if he jumped off the back. This is one guy's got purple armor. Did anyone go that way, you think?
Patching myself up. Thanks.
Happy to help, friend.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. That's good. So we're going to attack with 11. Oh, okay. Going the other way.
Grappling.
Did he get a Volk key or something?
Got the vault open.
Oh yeah, he did. Oh, yellow armor. Woo! Hopefully there's at least like a blue or something in there. I'll take that. No blue armor, huh? Damn, that sucks. All right. So stick with this white armor.
Optics here. Close range.
Thank you. 30 seconds.
Is he saying thank you to that?
The ring is nearby.
Oh, he's saying okay.
I've noted your appreciation. Placing gas
The correct response. I've noted it. I'm not going to respond to it. I don't understand the question, and I won't respond to it.
Heavy ammo here.
I already had that? Okay.
10 seconds. The ring's close.
What the heck's going on?
Might be something good this way.
We'll make it around.
Using grapple.
Dying outside the ring would be pointless.
Pointless.
Gas trap deployed.
Grappling.
Where are we trying to go? All right. Whoops. I'm way out in the middle of nowhere. You are nowhere.
Gas trap deployed.
Let's see if I run into some trouble over here.
This place is incoming care package here. I love sniper.
There we go.
Grappling.
What?
Gas trap deployed.
I would like some not white armor. Please. Any blue, maybe?
Shield cell here.
Yellow would be awesome. What are we at there? What's that thing? All right, got one.
I've been there.
Nope. Oh, wait a minute. I probably have a ton of bag space open. Yo.
Helmet here.
Independent variable added.
Helmets? Blue helmet? Okay. Find me some armor. Armoire. No, you dummy. Idiot. That load up. Okay. I have all this bag space. I can't do anything with it.
Here I go.
Let's fly on a zip line. Oh, that wasn't it. What a jerk.
Placing gas trap.
Target over there.
Okay.
Hostile spotted.
Where's this one? I had a teammate that was doing this a little bit the other day too, like sort of running really far ahead, and we could never catch up with him. Of course, it was a Wraith. That happens every time there's a Wraith on my team. I love that scouting stuff, so keep booking it. Can we get a blue armor? Oh.
Enemy over there.
Firing.
Uh-oh. What was I just saying about dudes running too far away, huh?
Spotted.
Just saying something about it. Damn it. Hang on.
Placing gas trap.
Oh, they're pushing it? Oh, shit. Okay. Trying to get that bird's eye view.
Enemy over there. Throwing thermite grenade. Thermite grenade
Pop
out.
that door. Of course, I gotta reload after one bullet. Oh, we're shifting?
Round 2. Beginning.
Oh, did they book from there, maybe?
All
Contact.
of us are in the ring. Check your maps. Frag out.
Placing gas trap.
Where? Have I lost my mind? How are these guys? They on the roof?
Placing an independent variable.
What the hell is going on? It's like I'm taking crazy pills.
Independent variable.
Hadn't seen the new Revenant promo. Wow, just watched it. Oh, that's pretty cool, right? Oh, hello. Someone in here.
Reloading.
Behind us the way we came. Of course. Where's the armor swap? Did I miss it?
I am taking
shield
fire,
here.
friends.
Level 3.
Oh, okay.
More friends are coming to kill us. There's another squad. Giving my shields a recharge.
Placing gas trap.
Give me it. Thank you. For whoever called that out.
Recharging shields.
Gas trap deployed.
Are we in the circle, right? Hey.
Gas trap.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff.
Rings
What the
not
heck?
too far. 45 left.
Recharging shields.
Someone's outside. They can't get in up here. Oh, at the other door they can.
Recharging shields.
Recharging my shields.
Independent variable added.
Couldn't tell if they went upstairs or not. This is gonna suck.
Receiving damage.
Recharging shields.
I hear that stupid thing.
Giving my shields a recharge.
Ring. Serendipitous.
Using grapple.
Shh. Oh, that was someone on their team. Oh, damn.
Reloading.
Enemy down.
Planning an independent variable.
Reloading.
You're fortunate we're on the same team.
Come on. Come on, baby. Get up.
Good looking out.
This time. Reloading.
It's gonna be only in this corner.
Independent variable added.
Repairing my damages.
Oh yeah, I should probably do that. Hate that I have to use this thing.
Medical aid.
No, maybe I don't. There we go. Good thing I looked, huh?
Shields.
Shields are recharging.
Touching a tunnel.
Oh, good call with this tunnel. Let's go, baby.
Giving my shields.
Placing gas trap.
Hit me.
At the portal. Opening fire.
Where are we at? Up on top?
Hostile spotted.
Supply deployed.
Some up on our right. The south.
Let's explore this way.
Let's see where it came from. This right there? Yep.
Spotted
Enemy over
one.
there.
Distant.
Shit, I lost him. Zoomed in too far. There we go. There we go. Go on back here, baby. Oof, got out of that one pretty well, huh?
Here I go.
Oh shit, where are they? Where did our teammate go? Oh, he's behind us. Okay, where am I going? No!
Opening fire on
No, grenades!
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Recharging shields.
Whoa, that was. Oh shit. Yep, just saw him. I circled around the top. There's two teams now.
Firing. Getting shot at.
See you, of course.
Close to the ring. 30
I'll talk to you later,
seconds
bud. I don't know if there's any more in
Patching
here. now.
myself up.
Shit.
Spotted one.
Oh, she's got a res thing. I'll block you. Go ahead. I'm blocking. Get up, girl. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. At least the teams are fighting. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
I still see everything.
Stay alive, baby.
This won't hurt. Hold on.
Oh! Keep interrupting it.
Reloading. I downed.
Oh no. Good try. Good try.
Attention. There is a new kill.
That was a rough one. Yeah, like I was trying to get that block in. She's like trying to res up, just like block the shield. That was fun. Give me 10 seconds. I'll be right back. Well, more like 30 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay. Was the music down? Ended? What happened there? What is up? Oh, it's not on cycling. Okay. That would be an issue. 250 damage in a single match. Hooray. No more shotgun kills, though, because... Damn it. Oh, wait a minute. What got here? Do something good, baby. Nope. I guess blue's still good. There's a finite number of items, right? So if I run out of... if I have too many things, it'll automatically start giving me only the legendary stuff, right? Is that how that works? Maybe just materials at that point? I don't think you can get doubles in this game like Overwatch. Supreme Vegito and Juiced King. Okay. Gotta get a rank to win. I feel like we were winning a couple of games for the last couple of weeks or so, and just haven't been able to get it done. Like since I got this week's challenge, haven't had a win all week. I would say it's not my fault, but it probably is my fault. We're just being honest. Let's get it.
Let's make a choice.
Oh.
Land here.
Okay, that looks fine. Fun this game could be. I've had like 3 wins the entire time I've had this game. Wait. Are you going in the red beam, right? It's not gonna kill us.
Dropping in. Hang on.
Bird's eye view.
Take us in.
Let's explore this way.
Quite a few teams with us. A couple 2-tree teams. This person taking it. Oh, buddy. Shit, there's probably stuff down there. Damn it. Oh, no, there's not. Guess there's probably no gun upstairs, huh?
Throwing frag.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
We are inside the next ring. A net positive.
Yeah,
result.
gun. Give me any gun. There we go.
Independent variable.
She's like, what the hell? I can't get through there. Guaranteed.
Gas trap deployed.
Oh, did no one come in this one?
Reload.
Got one hit in there. Oh, it scared the hell out of me. Oh, they're over there.
Subject spotted.
It's a little bit loud. Back down. Phew, good thing I moved, huh? These teammates Juice King went here, alright. I feel like these places are surprisingly not looted, considering how many people landed here. Maybe they all just went to like one place.
There's something good this way.
What do we got there? I'm with you, Juice King. My homie. Oh, she's trying to dip way out. Okay. Gotta get this win. I gotta get out of rank 4 platinum.
ring isn't very far. 45 seconds remain before closure.
Oh, okay. We went outside. Hmm.
Only 30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close.
Okay, it's a little iffy to be around here.
Here I go.
We'll take it. Hello. I don't want these. I will probably come back and get that thing if I find a peacekeeper.
10 seconds
Actually,
remain.
let's go up top.
The ring is close.
No! There we go.
Grappling.
There's way more boxes down there.
Extended variable added.
In case someone decides to come up here.
Roll outside of the ring.
Is that what I wanted? Nope. One box here. Hey, okay. 2 out of 3. Out of that box.
Attention.
Extended light mag here.
Kill
Level
leader.
2.
What am I doing? There we go.
New finger. Watch for this.
Actually, that's pretty good for this. Heading back in, babe.
Delivered.
Those
Big
care
contact?
packages likely shift the delta in our favor.
Yes. Good enough. Let's go. I really need a different color armor. That'd be awesome. No offense to white armor, but it's gross and disgusting. I think I'm gonna regret that scope here in a little bit. It zoomed in too far. I think this is the non-adjustable one as well. These dudes are booking it.
Peacekeeper here.
What did I say? I said I was going to find a peacekeeper. Probably have to go back for that. And now it's too late. Oh, actually, it might not be.
There's a jump tower over there.
F it. I need shotgun knockdowns really bad. Bad enough to ditch what I'm currently holding. Alright, good enough. This guy's going for the jump, I think.
Placing gas trap.
Go for this guy's zip. How you doing? What do you see, buddy? What do you see?
Hostile over there.
Oh, hello. Yeah. Need an extended clip, even though I reload after like 1 bullet anyways. Oh, that dude's already bailing. Nada. Ugh. What about downstairs? You gonna try it?
There's a jump tower over there.
Alright, let's go. Oh! What the hell am I doing? Where are you going? Right into the mix? Are we going up to... Yeah, we're going to the left-ish. Is someone shooting at her?
Let's go this way. They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Oh, shit. Please don't shoot at me. Hit the emote. That'll distract them.
Recharging my shield.
Do a barrel roll. Oh, that might have actually worked. I'm going to turn around with this freaking sentinel here.
Attention. The champion has been
Gas trap deployed. Gas trap deployed.
A champion just fell. They must not be very good.
Where am I? Okay. We're in.
extended light mag here. Level 2.
I'll take... No, I won't take that. I don't have light stuff anymore, you dumb idiot. Block this door so these people get screwed. There we go. Peacekeeper? Nope. Hammer point's actually really good, though. Sure could use a blue armor.
Charging shields.
Level 2.
I got a level 2 helmet.
Gotta hop up here. Choke.
Did I hear something land behind us, or am I crazy?
Let's go this way. Target spotted.
Plus. On my way. Got it. Shibs.
I'm going over here. Target spotted.
Okay. So not going over there then?
Enemy spotted.
Ow, I don't even know how I missed it. I missed that shot.
Throwing frag.
What's the best way to get up here? Can I jump up this rock?
Ring is in close proximity. 1 more minute.
Sure do need a blue armor.
Direct hit. Read.
45 seconds. Ring's close.
Was it just one?
Hostile spotted.
Okay. Oh, they came back for
Only
that.
30 seconds left on the clock. The ring's close.
These guys are dipping.
Placing an independent barrier.
You got a rope for us, bud? He's looking like he's gonna rope.
Fly on the zip line.
I can always tell they like dance around the same spot looking.
Someone's got a shot on me. Pretty sure.
We're close to the ring. 10 seconds. Gas trap deployed. Placing gas trap.
Body shield here.
Oh.
Level barrel stabilizer here.
Coming.
Level 3.
I need it.
Finally.
The ring's moving, friends. Hey, look, an incoming dropship.
Thank you.
Get up top. We're gonna have to move a little.
Target spotted.
Gas trap deployed.
Incoming care package.
Uh oh, someone's here. Saw someone just over that side. We have to move a little bit, huh?
Let's explore this way.
Someone there.
Enemy over there.
Come on, baby.
Reloading.
Firing. Reloading.
Placing gas trap.
All squads down. We made the right choice.
Oh, damn, she killed that guy? Okay. Go. Nice.
Gas trap deployed.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown. New kill leader appointed.
Body shield
Watch
here.
out for the new
Level
kill
3.
leader, friend.
3. Hell yeah. All this stuff. Actually, I got most of it, I guess. Blue? Oh, shit.
Shields are recharging.
I need light ammo.
Get spotted. Taking shot.
Independent variable added.
Opening fire. Thermite grenade. Off
He's gonna jump off.
Frag out.
Where's he at? Right behind there? Get back in.
Shot at.
Need to recharge my shield.
Placing gas.
Fire.
Uh-oh. That's not good. That dude jumped in out of nowhere.
Incapacitated.
Recharging shields.
And getting shot at.
Oh, God, Wraith. Go save him.
Void running.
I'm not sure where to sneak to.
Ring's not too far.
I got you, friend.
Thank you, sir.
Recharging my shield.
What's the gun swap icon? What's that name?
Interesting sensation.
Gun swap icon.
Thank you.
Nothing. Eyes are open now.
I have nothing, dude.
Only 30
That's a
seconds
JD
remaining.
though.
Moves. Recharging shields. Healing my wounds.
Oh shit, there's a guy down there. Dude, my teammates are just totally carrying me through this. Not that that's not usually the
10
case.
seconds remain. The range is close.
Need to recharge my shields.
I think they're up top.
Gas trap deployed.
Yeah.
Heads up. Range moving.
No, I don't need that.
Reloading. Heads up. Package.
Recharging shields.
Enemy taking out.
I'm so bad right now.
Reloading.
Give me some ammo. Or, nope. I need shields. That way is probably not a good idea.
I am taking fire, friends.
Come the other way.
Follow the tunnel.
Uh-oh.
Giving my shields a recharge.
I'm sick for the tunnel. I believe in you, tunnel. I believe in you. There you go. I think I just stopped him outside of the thing, too. Woo! 7 squads. I feel like the thing has collapsed like 3 times. Really need shields.
Repairing.
Contact.
They spotted me. I'm taking shots.
Oh!
Reloading.
When you're looting the dead box? Oh, I'm not sure.
Recharging my shields.
Unless I'm used to seeing consoles games. This is on PC. I don't know if that helps. No, the console one is like a circle, right? It's like a targeting reticle or something. I just totally jumped in here without even waiting. Yeah, that guy is someplace. Where the hell is he?
One minute. Ring's pretty close.
Okay. I'll see what you're talking about in just a second. I'll find another box. Maybe I haven't noticed.
Target spotted. There.
Scanning for the next ring. Check your mini-map.
Spotted a subject over there.
They're fighting. On high, didn't hit her in the head.
Hostile close.
Come here.
Using grapple.
Taking these dudes' armor apart, baby. Let's go.
Oh no, there's another squad attacking.
This is my curse in life.
Getting shot at. Enemy down. Need to recharge my shields.
Placing gas trap. We're
Giving my shields a recharge.
reloading. Subject deceased.
Good job.
Gas trap deployed.
Mastiff here.
Oh my god, there's a mastiff. Oh, it's just my mouse. I don't know if that helps. You might be used to seeing console. Oh, sorry, guys.
I am repairing myself.
Portal.
Target spotted.
Okay.
Fire.
Okay. Roof. Okay. Can I get up there in time? Come on!
Devotion here.
Devotion. I like the devotion.
Round 5.
Alright, top 5. Still crazy, there's only this few left.
Reloading.
Jesus.
That was the last
Dude
one.
hiding.
Nice work.
Need some cells, man. There we go. I got at least one. No. Get that out
Administering
of there.
medical aid.
Oh, I'm not.
Portal over there.
Repairing.
Yeah, 5 squads.
minute
This
until
circle's
the
shrunk
ring
like 6
closes.
times. Oh, what the hell is going on? Where the hell? Are there a bunch of rats or something? And you just said that. Yeah, a bunch of rats.
Gas trap deployed.
We gotta go out to that camper, right? Could just 4th party in here. Hit it. I got the gas, baby. Let's go.
Get ready. It's Zipline time.
Only 2 other squads remain.
30
There's a rat
seconds
someplace.
remaining. The
Oh
ring
shit!
is nearby.
Oh no! You gotta be coming out that way.
Throwing thermite.
I probably like give away my position by doing that.
Target over there.
Oh! What? Jesus Christ! Kill him.
Reloading.
Dying outside the ring.
Oh, he
would
took
be
the mastiff.
pointless.
Whole
All right,
squad down.
we can be in if we. Oh!
The enemies are shooting at me.
Get down! I gotta get down.
Patching myself up.
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm gonna die from the friggin' circle.
Recharging shields.
I might die here. Get in! Ah! No! No! We died together.
I am down.
This is bad. Lock the doors. Hold the door. Oh shit! Oh man.
That sucks for you, compadre. But at least it wasn't.
Oh man. Dude, I don't think I killed anyone. I think I might have done like 500 damage the whole fight. I need to learn how to finish people off. That's the problem. $377 damage. 0 kills. Hold the door. It's impossible with the 2 windows. There's no way my teammate was getting out of that. I'm gonna go fill up my water real quick. I'll be right back. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Shibby, you playing? Are you in the middle of a game? What's going on? What's going on? Let's see what's up in the store. Requires the enforcer to use that, huh? I just thought I might buy one of these little trinket things. The little trinkets. Oops. What am I doing? So, which challenges did I complete? I chose my grip. Let me see. Must have some too. Oh, what is this thing? I didn't know I got a 200 symbol. What is that? Oh, I gained a level. I'm like, what the hell is 200?
It's funny, like
Hey.
watching people play him. We were talking about Revenant. Watching people play Revenant, like when you're dead, it just looks like someone's playing Op Job. Because it's so he's just like crouch walking, but he's so tiny. But yeah, no, I just think that his.
All right, let's do it.
is
Play a game with Joe and stuff.
Ultimately useless.
Who's got a? I don't think I have this Watson skin actually.
Kind of like when your caustic teammate throws his ult in a room.
It's almost midnight actually, so we probably got 1 or 2 more games, then we might transfer into our usual single player to end the night,
Can see.
and then we'll call it. Come back I want to say tomorrow because I'll be so upset about, or maybe I'll be so happy about the election.
I was trying to bait him.
But yeah, maybe tomorrow, definitely Wednesday. We'll see. I don't think this Wednesday. There's one Wednesday coming up. I have a bingo night with my daughter, so won't be that night.
So I have never used more hand sanitizer in my entire life than I have the last 5 days.
Why?
You're the
just got
reason the
done-
world is running out of it.
Right? It's liquid gold. Like I should have bought a pallet of it. I should have bought stock in Gojo.
Hand
Actually.
sanitizers for bacteria is different coronavirus.
Truth. But I was in Vegas for 5 days, and
Oh, that's
everyone
different.
was coughing and sneezing.
Do I still?
And hacking
Okay, there we go.
And what looked to me like
Oh, I'm already
Walking
switched.
Dead dying.
What am I doing?
So,
I'm the jump master.
so
Follow
like,
me.
every time
So
someone
damn loud.
sneezes, like took out a little bottle of hand sanitizer.
We going tree.
You gotta
This
get
landing
the
area
gun
will
holster
prove
for it, so
beneficial.
just whip it out.
I need a
In my
knockdown
breast
at
pocket.
the tree. No trending for Bernie after the town hall, huh?
Mosh, you got the jump master back.
Prepare for
Yeah, no, we're going
sudden
tree.
death.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Bird's eye.
Instead of mosh, I mean hiking.
Yeah, let's go.
First blood.
I don't hear anyone.
First blood. The cycle has begun.
Countdown.
Next ring is far. Victory is further still.
Do I have a meeting tomorrow? I think I canceled. I have to take a look.
Mozambique here.
I'm gonna get that.
Flatline here.
Come here, Daddy.
Champion.
I struck the cargo bot. The champion was weighed and found wanting.
Oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
Anyone rocking a heavy weapon?
Yeah, two of them.
No.
Oh, but I want this instead. He does
The
knockdowns.
purple man. Nobody wants it.
There's a sentinel over here.
Do you like that sentinel
No
as well?
kill leader.
Sniper.
I must confess, it's what I long
Hemlock here.
for.
Extended heavy
Extended
mag here.
light mag here.
Level 3.
Level 3.
Let's go this
Level
way.
3. What's this? Sitting there looking at it forever. Maybe. Do I want it? Yeah. Where was that now?
Backpack
Is that
here.
downstairs? I'm sorry,
Level
I'm missing
2.
something.
Longbow here.
Where's my thing? Okay.
We going snipers or we going close quarters?
I have to have more shotgun knockdowns, so I'm going that route. Have to. Is,
I picked up a sentinel.
1 minute. The ring is far.
Sentinel's pretty good. I like it. No. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe, actually, no, it's pretty good. None of
45
this is very
seconds
good.
remain.
Switching to
The ring
single.
is some distance.
Now, the question is, was that extended mag in here?
Kill leader.
'Cause I don't remember.
There's a new kill leader. Just another insect, if you ask me.
Just another insect. Hello. Wait, I already have one. Damn it. We're going towards them old gunshots. Balloon time.
Placing gas trap. We are all outside of the ring.
5 Didn't see him. Alright, let's go. That's my sound for flying.
You put so many gas straps on the bottom of that tower.
I like to trick people. Oh shit, there's Gary in front of me. It's alright. Hit him. 30 bullets, hit him twice.
He popped your gas traps.
He just flew behind us.
Those care packages likely shift the Delta.
Please tell me he lands on my gas traps.
He totally did.
Waiting for him to go
Shields
up.
recharge.
Hey, he's gonna go up again. There he goes.
There he is. Hit him.
He's dipping now. Oh, sorry, he's dipping now.
Reloading.
Not enough rounds.
Where's teammates? It's just him.
There was 2 of them.
Oh, I didn't even see that second guy.
They might be going for the loophole over at Geyser.
Alright, let's zip it up.
I'm gonna go for that
We
one.
should go this way.
Actually, this is unlooted.
Might be something good this way.
That's not. I need a better vest.
Ton more heavy in here.
Guess I could use it. Only have
Using grapple.
300 shots.
Backpack here. Level 2.
What? Just found like all the shotgun stuff. All the fixins.
Oh, anyone need shield cells?
I guess
I
maybe.
have way too many. Oh, hey, better armor over here.
Body shield here.
Medkit here.
Level 2.
Thank you.
I'm gonna drop.
Shield cell here. Shotgun bolt here. Level 2.
Placing an independent variable. Independent variable added.
You're gonna walk it in?
Backpack here. Level 2.
Sure. Actually, I was
He
gonna-
asks
I'll go-
as I run forward.
Yeah. I'll go up. I can shove to you.
Alright, well I got my stuff is all kitted out. Oh wow.
Someone's
Yeah, I
been
have a
there.
bunch of stuff.
Someone's been there.
Oh, I started ducking down because I heard something. It's so. Alright. I'm gonna get up. Blue vest over there.
Gas trap deployed.
Enemy right here.
Placing gas trap.
Oh shit.
Taking fire.
Hostile over there.
I can't. Yeah, that's too much right now. Okay.
Independent variable.
Now you can come over here if you like.
Recharging shields.
Beginning.
Taking fire. Firing on subjects.
Look at the map.
How am I firing that fast? But some should
I
be
can't
from.
hit these guys with the scope I got.
I hit him a couple times.
Grenade. I'm taking damage.
They drop on you?
Taking a
Enemy spotted.
One's still in there. Oh, one's down.
Hostile spotted.
It's a
recharging
different
my
team coming in.
Getting shot at.
Hit him once. Different team down here.
I'm down.
Shit, sorry. I need to run upstairs real quick. I'm sorry. I have a kid that's acting up.
I got you, friend.
I'm gonna sacrifice my body for you. Uh oh.
I need gas trap deployed.
the far distance.
I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
Hostiles target spotted.
Gentlemen, back in a moment.
So where you at?
Right next to Mr. Sacrificing himself. Underneath you. Ring's closing, so we have to move anyway.
Yeah, we got people in front of us. Hit him for 70. He's got a shield.
I have no angle. Oh, there's one. I have one on the ground here with me.
You going around or?
Unintentionally, but I guess so.
One jumping on you.
I am taking fire, friends.
Supplies coming in.
Reloading. I am down.
Oh, he's hurt. No health.
Hostile right here.
I should not have picked up the sentinel.
Late nights, I'm caught in city
Oh, yeah, two up there.
shenanigans. Spent 1,000, did a show and made it back again. I'm real passionate about the craft I pursue. I
This is
can't
gonna be
lose.
interesting.
When faced with a struggle, I only grew. My roots, they run deep, so far you
Didn't
can't
even get one of
reach.
these in.
My sound was underground, but now it's blasting in the streets. It's crazy how a rolling the dice can change your life. I rose from the ashes, gripped the mic, and I took flight. I write to be the greatest, the dopest on your playlist.
Sorry.
Here to say the game like young Neo in the Matrix. Yeah, you know they call me a prophet. Knowledge to any topic. I'm a guru with the logic, bringing positive vibes,
like Watson.
dividing lies from dreams. Trying to find balance while we steady walking this beam. It seems like these days smoking haze don't do it for me. Searching for a reason to keep moving on this journey. Word from the wise, seeing visions with the third eye. Rocking it with philanthrope. This is hip hop.
Oh, we can't play ranked.
Lyricism is soulful, home
I
cooked like
see
a
his
soul
name.
food. Here to fill
Oh, I
the hole
didn't
in your
realize
heart
we
with
weren't
nothing
playing
but love for the music. For the music. Nothing but love for the
Say
music.
what? Any game I play.
I probably should, because it'll be with people that are about my level, right?
Yeah. I think they kind of laid off the skill-based bugs. They tried that because predators are still playing predators and bugs. So they're like, no, it's just keepers and cruisers. Sometimes we just want to dig around.
Showing times like these, it's a shame to be brothers. Or sisters, I'm the talking race, it's a mindset. Sting with the
You guys
words,
gonna
don't hit
switch over
the
to
flash
Call of
with a
Duty
bind
starting
net.
tomorrow?
There's a
I
fire
am.
growing everywhere my eyes rest. Why is the river flowing blacker than it's
I like
liquor?
COD, I
It's a
just-
bummer, man, there's so many changes, more than Nicholas. I'm dealing with
Just lose interest.
people in my path that's talking gibberish. I'm giving a damn, will put your name onto the winners
I
list.
am
It's
who
like
I
the
am.
world is alcoholic in the now, but the
Invest
crime
working
is
towards a
it.
common goal, not
I'ma
trying
go
to
and make the best of it. Trying to make an entrance where an exit is. I'll do the best I can and never be immaculate. I'll need a push just like an arrow did.
a little bit, if not
You'll have to
much.
give it to me effortless so I can tackle it.
It's his kids, he's not very good anyway.
Let's explore this way.
So how have you been?
Good. I am just really tired. 3-day show. Out here. 12 hours, 16-hour days. Yesterday was an 18-and-a-half-hour day.
Wow.
Might be something good this
And
way.
I just got off an airplane. That's always fun.
Right, I assume that's why you're in Vegas then?
Yeah, yeah. No, but it was good. Good times. Good times were had by all. How
it
about you?
will be.
Anything new, cool, exciting?
I'm taking a class. That's pretty much about all I got. It's a acting modeling class for an agency.
All right.
I'm loving the crap out of the class. If I pass and can get through it, they let you interview with their actual agents to get picked up.
Very cool. Yeah. I never thought of myself as a model material. I just had an agency that wanted me to come in and do something like that. Like, and I think honestly, I think it's just because I'm a ginger.
I would have said your voice alone, since I have no idea what you actually look like. But damn, boy, that voice.
Yeah. Well, you know, if it was voice acting, maybe I would be more suitable for it.
Get some of that anime going. Definitely wouldn't have been able to do decent at it had I done it any time before, like the current version of me. 3 years ago, would never been able to do this stuff. I was too self-conscious and really embarrassed.
I muted my mic. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I am like with that type of.
Hey, I'm back. Sorry.
Hey, guy. You got a sick kid?
Not sick.
Cranky?
Kinda. Just has problems sleeping.
Rolling out of bed.
Like, pretending it's not bedtime.
Maybe she's been reading up on the politics of the day. And she's
It's
having
the other
a hard
one.
time going to sleep.
But yeah, probably.
Oh,
Okay.
the ear puller.
Well, maybe he's been reading up. You don't know his life.
I hope he does.
Yeah, I like to think I'm pretty tuned in with his life.
I mean, it's always the ones you think you know.
Yeah, okay, I got like one more game. It's a little bit late. I started late.
Same.
Let's get a win. I need a oh, we're not ranked. Never mind.
I'm sorry. I can drop if you guys want to do a ranked match.
Shh. Should be getting it ready anyways.
Jack can drop before he does.
I'm sorry. I'm walking back.
All right, let me see what am I missing here? Where does this
Ohio
guy
State
live?
shut down all classes till the 30th.
Are you serious?
Yeah, one of my friends just sent it to me.
We're waiting to hear from NASA right now.
You know, I want to go on Facebook and mark myself safe from swine flu at Kent State University because we didn't get shit fucking canceled.
I see what NASA GRC says about
We're still waiting. We've had all of our managers in meetings, and
I
the
see.
president emailed us today about being ready to work from home, and we're supposed to take all of our stuff every day. So any day this week, I can be told, okay, stay home.
NASA said something about that too, but we still had a bunch of meetings today, so I'm trying to figure out.
Well, you're allowed to work from home. We don't have a policy, so it's making ours get delayed.
God, I wish I could work from. I mean, I guess technically I do kind of work.
I mean, I work from home on Wednesday, so as long as they don't contract
business, but like the actual work,
coronavirus
that's the dream right there.
tomorrow or Thursday, I should be okay.
Work a sporting event from my office. The tape machine.
Luckily, I don't have any like elderly people that live with me. I hear they are
Oh, what was that movie
most
with,
susceptible
George,
to being injured or are being severely sick from it. So
Surrogate, right?
I don't watch movies. You don't
Arrested
have-
Development. Oh yeah, I don't remember that.
Yeah. Oh.
All right, let's do it.
Do you have anything where you need to drop anywhere particular?
Tree, but it's too late. That's it.
Here
Okay.
we go. It's a long drop.
I need one knockdown at tree.
There's a team with us, so do you have to use a certain weapon?
Nope.
Well, please take
One is
your-
going house below us. One's going mid. Oh. Oh! It catapulted me off the side here.
It is that guy right there. One shot.
Firing.
Get him. Oh, no, they all have guns.
Oh, I don't have a grenade. Damn it.
Are you putting
Beginning ring countdown.
back
I
to
have.
the guy?
Oh, it was Joe you brought back. All right.
I wish I came back to my grandma's.
Here I come. Hand on the sky. I am taking fire, friends.
Weapon and a vest in here. There's a 99 in here.
R99 here.
Keep eyes on the new kill leader.
They're coming.
The champion has been eliminated.
A champion just fell. They must not be very good.
I was gonna lock the door.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to see where they were.
Placing gas
They're
trap.
coming in here.
Hostile
Inside,
right
inside,
here.
inside.
Gas trap.
Oh no, she's got nothing. She's gonna die from the smoke. One's down from the smoke.
Fire, friends.
Down.
Good try. You got my knockdown, I think.
Circuit broken. Get it?
Good try.
We have succeeded.
I had a purpose.
Yes.
One respawn.
All right. Now one more. Pathfinder.
Darkly tree. Got it.
14 shotgun knockdowns. Ugh.
I need
14 more minutes.
and deja loot.
Hold the door. What is this? I get tagged into. Re-sign up if you fucked with your mods. See, I'm getting summoned into a mobile game. Make sure you use Reese.
I enjoy many things, but death is what inspires.
Bow, wow, wow, wow. Man, I like the way that 200 looks. It's awesome. I re-signed up. Yay! It's for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes if you've never heard of it. It's a pretty good mobile game.
Can we make it to Ferngully?
Only if they play the song.
I don't need it anymore, by the way.
Oh.
I just needed one knockdown. I got it.
Alright. Dance party it is.
Oh, God.
Hold your
Going
breath.
hard.
If you have a respiratory system,
I do have a respiratory system. How did he know?
Yes.
What you gonna do about it? No, that's not moves. I got skills. I got skills. Love that guy.
here we go.
Really low. One inside, super low. God, it's my
Not gonna lie, didn't even know we had people here.
Yep.
Same. I was just staring at Mirage.
Alright, fight.
Body shield here. Level 1.
I got purple too.
Oh, I almost hit him with it. Hang on.
Charging shields.
Reload.
Make it hostile.
Oh, hate it so much. I can't hit nothing with a Havoc.
Death will have to wait.
Good looking out.
Firing on a subject.
You son of a bitch. Stupid ass Havoc.
I am down.
Can you guys drop? Any chance?
Somebody, someone's self-resing.
All I have is a Sentinel right now.
Attention. The champion has been moved.
Up on our body.
One hiding, yeah, one hiding.
Firing at us.
Are you blocking the door?
Yeah. Someone's resing again. I just want to crawl away, but I can't. Going for it. No, I'm not. Just I am.
1 minute until the nearby ring closes.
Bunny hop. No bunny hops.
The ring is distant.
I missed all my shots. Alright, I'm taking off for the night. Thank you for the games.
Yep.
Alright. That was rough. A night of roughness. But at least I got my last challenge done. And I'm excited about that. It's 12:17. That's about time to wrap. I guess we could do one round of... Let's call it for the night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. As usual. Make sure you vote. Tomorrow's a big day. Watch those voter totals right around 8 or 9 o'clock. Wednesday we'll be back. You'll hear from me tomorrow, certainly on the Discord and on Twitter if you want to follow me at Moscrates there. Thank you guys so much. Be good. I'll see you on Wednesday.